What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Devin, and we've also got a little Napa girl back there joining us today. Say hello, everybody. Hi, my name is Napa girl. So if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. As always, you know I love you. That definitely was way out of whack of what I normally do for my intro, but you know, whatever, we're winging it today. So for today's video, we are going to be talking about some new releases from Jaclyn Cosmetics. So she recently has released a bunch of things. I haven't been able to get my hands on everything just because things have sold out really quickly, but I do have two of her highlighters here. These are the pressed like baked highlighters, and then I have two of her, actually I have three, I'm not sure where the third one is, but I was able to pick up a couple of her new liquid lipsticks. And then I also do have my Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette, her collab with Morphe that came out, this come out? I think at the beginning of last year, at the beginning of 2020. I am so excited to use it, and I wanted to do my first impressions on camera with you guys. So we're gonna be talking about Jaclyn Hill today, using some of her products. I personally am here for the Jaclyn Hill comeback. I am so excited that she's releasing new products, and I'm excited to see what is coming next for her brand. So if you're interested, as always, grab yourself a drink. I'm drinking a mocktail today. This is a new little creation that I've come up with. Sean and I are doing a fitness challenge right now. We're not drinking alcohol. So I have been making myself mocktails because I like to make everything fun. And you know, sometimes plain water just isn't fun. I love plain water, but sometimes it's not fun. So anyways, this is a little mocktail. So it's cranberry citrus seltzer water from Target, I think is where Sean got it. And then the Minute Maid light pink lemonade. And then I cut up some fresh strawberries and threw some ice cubes in there. And it's quite delicious and low calorie and almost as fun as drinking a cocktail. So grab yourself a drink and let's get into this video. All right, brows are on. So I am going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with my e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. This is in the shade Rose. I can find it for a second. This is in the shade Rose. I haven't used this in a while, so I hope that this is still functional. Yeah, okay, we're good. I really like this eye primer. I think it's a great drugstore dupe for a MAC paint pot. It's a similar consistency and similar coverage, and I find it to be very nice. Okay, time for the fun to start. So I really, truly, honestly have no idea what I want to do, because I feel like I can either go super colorful or super neutral, but these, I just feel like this general section up here is calling my name. So maybe we'll start off neutral and then maybe do a pop of color at the end. We'll see how it goes. So to start off, I'm going to take the shade Certified. It's a matte white, and I'm going to use that just to set down my eyeshadow primer, because I forgot to do that. All right, and then I'm gonna start off in the crease with this shade right here. It's called Love Handles. I am going to take that on a Morphe R37. Any blending brush will do, and we're just gonna start lightly dusting that in the crease. So I'm holding farther back on my brush, because that's gonna help keep the pressure light, and we can kind of see what we're working with without going too heavy too quickly. All right, and now I'm gonna go in with a second layer of that just to build it up a little. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Grateful, and I'm taking this on my number 8 brush from my BH Cosmetics Marble Luxe collection. It's just more tapered, but still allows me to blend. So I'm gonna use this to deepen up the crease, start creating that gradient effect in the crease, and then I'm also gonna start blending it into my outer corner here. All All right, and then real quick, I'm just taking a clean blending brush. This is a Morphe M518. It really doesn't matter like what brush you use as long as it's clean and it allows you to blend, but just wanna make sure we're nice and smooth. All right, now I'm definitely taking a risk by doing this, but I'm just curious. I kind of want to see how it turns out. So I'm gonna go into these like purpley berry shades down here. I'm gonna go into the shade Next. And I'm taking that on a Morphe E17 and I'm gonna pack that into my outer corner. I feel like this will be a good way to bring just a little bit of color into this otherwise neutral look, so we'll see how it goes. I don't know, I kind of just got this idea as I was sitting here looking at the palette, so we're gonna go for it. All right, and now that I've packed that on, I'm gonna go in with a clean, small blending brush. Again, doesn't matter what brush you use for this, as long as it's small and blendy. And I'm just gonna soften the lines here. I'm gonna drag it out a little bit in the corner, just continuing the blend. I like to bring my darker outer corner shades up a little bit onto my brow bone because right here is where my brow bone, ooh, what is on this? I think I got some of this highlighter on the back of this, whoops. But right here is where my brow bone kind of is heaviest. So bringing these darker shades up a little bit and not leaving them in the crease kind of helps to push my brow bone back and not make my crease so dark, if that makes sense. I have deep set eyes, so I'm kind of trying to bring my eyes out a little bit as opposed to making them look like they're receding farther into my head. Okay. I think I like where this is going. So I am going to come up here to the shade Ride or Diamonds, which has literally been calling my name since I got this palette. So I hope I love it on my eyes as much as I love just like staring at it in the pan. So I'm gonna start with it on my fingers. I'm gonna really, as you saw, dig my finger in there and get a bunch on my finger to start. Ooh, how many times did I just say the word finger in one sentence? And I'm going to press that on. Oh yes, wow. It's actually lighter than I thought it was going to be on the eyes. Yeah, that is a beautiful shade. So I'm just getting more on my finger to build it up a little bit. Wow, look at that. Oh, okay. I love that. Okay, guys, hello. So pretty. I kind of got it everywhere because I was just using my finger, but that's okay because we're gonna clean up with a makeup wipe when we're done with the top lid anyway. But I do want to take a flat eyeshadow brush and just get up into the crease a little bit more precisely. So again, just with that shade Ride or Diamonds, I am going to tap it just a little bit further up here into the crease and up onto the brow bone a little bit, again just to bring my eyes forward out of the socket a little bit. Next, I'm gonna take the shade Empowered, and I'm taking this, I actually think this is supposed to be a lip brush, but I'm just taking it on a small detail brush. This is the number 8 brush from the BH Cosmetics Sprinkles brush set. And I'm gonna work this right along the edge of that shimmer we just put down, and I wanna blend it in with this matte shade out in the outer corner. And as always, just kind of working back and forth between those two shimmers to make sure that we're blended and they kind of just like fade into each other. All right, and then I just want to go a little bit deeper in the outer corner. So I'm going to take this shade Crazy, and I might even just take like a little bit of the black as well, just to deepen it up. And this is a Morphe E36, and I am going to start in the outer corner here. And we're just gonna add a little bit more drama to the outer corner. And then just because I'm being a little bit of perfectionist, I picked up a little bit more of love handles on my Morphe M518. And I'm just gonna build that back up now that we've been blending a bunch. Because I still wanna make sure we have this nice color blended up here above the crease, like up on the brow bone. Of course, if you don't have as much space on your brow bone as I do, you do not have to do this, but I just like to make sure that I kind of maintain the shape that I created at the beginning. All right, so now I think I am satisfied, so we are going to go ahead and clean up with a makeup wipe underneath. And I forgot to say this before I did it, but I am creating a sharp line here in the outer corner today. So for the rest of my makeup, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not gonna talk through it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna speed you guys through this part. I'll just hold up the products that I'm using, and then when we get to the highlight and the lipsticks, we'll talk about the Jaclyn products, okay? So let's go ahead and do the rest of our makeup. Okay, now we've reached the point in the process where it's time to talk about highlighters. So I have two here. This is the shade Sparks. It's more of like a yellowy gold toned highlighter. And then this is the shade Iced, and this has more of that pinky rose gold, like champagne-y undertone. So I have tried both of these on my cheeks before, so this is not going to be a first impressions on these, but if you're watching this and you have tried these out, I want to know, let me know in the comments below how you are applying them. I suppose I could also watch some videos to see what people are doing too, because I haven't done that yet. But here's the thing, they're a little crumbly for me. They're a little crumbly for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put one on one cheek and one on the other cheek, and I'm just gonna apply them as I would normally apply highlighter. You guys can tell me what you think. So this is my Morphe M510. It's pretty much the only brush I use to highlight. I'm gonna tap off some excess, and I'm gonna do the shade Iced on this cheek. Okay, actually that looks really nice and smooth. Of course, once I say it, it's not really doing what I experienced it doing before. That actually looks really nice and blinding, and it's not super crumbly. So I don't know, I mean, there's definitely a lot of kick up in the pan when you pick it up on the brush, but I don't know, maybe I just needed to like work over top of it a few times, but I'm telling you, I was like so upset about it. I texted my friend about it because the first couple of times I used these, I was a little unimpressed. Like I felt like I didn't get that much highlight on my cheeks and I felt like they were a little crumbly, but now they are working for me. So, okay, I guess I stand corrected on that. But I'm gonna go ahead and take Sparks on the other cheek. So this is the more gold toned highlighter. Like, can you guys see? Like that's a fair amount of kick up, but anyway, let's see what we got here. Okay, so never mind. I stand corrected. These both look really beautiful and blinding on the cheeks. They definitely need a little bit more blending. Like they definitely need some setting spray and some tapping in to kind of melt them in. But I don't know, guys, maybe it was just the first time that I used them. I needed to get like the top layer off or something because I used them a couple times and I like felt like I just wasn't getting the results that I wanted, and then I kind of put them to the side because I knew I wanted to film this video. I don't know what happened the first couple of times I used these, but I really didn't do anything different besides what I just did there, so I'm a little confused. But anyway, I am just dusting off the powder I had underneath my contour here, and then we are going to spray with some setting spray. So I'm gonna take my Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray. Just gonna give myself a good spritz with this. And when I do this, at this point in my makeup routine, I like to make sure that I give a couple focus spritzes on the sides of my face to hit my cheekbones so that I can blend in my highlighter. And I'm a setting spray fiend. You might think that I use way too much of it. I don't know. But I like a lot of setting spray. So I just kind of like fan myself a little bit, but before it completely dries, especially on my cheeks, I always love to take my finger and just kind of tap it in. And to me, this really helps the highlighter kind of like blend in with my skin and look like it's a part of my makeup, look like it's a part of my foundation rather than sitting right on top. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up this face. So since I only have a few more steps, I might as well just talk through it. So for blush, I am going to use this guy right here. This is the ColourPop Pressed Powder Cheek in the shade On the Horizon. This came out with the Wild Nothing collection last year. I do really love this color for a look like this because the eyes have more of that pinky mauvey tone, and this is more of like a light pink blush than my usual peach toned blush. So I do like to keep a couple blushes like this with this type of undertone in my collection for when I'm doing a look that's not as warm. Okay, moving right along here, I'm gonna prep my lashes for fake lashes. So I'm just gonna curl with my Tweezerman eyelash curler, and then I'm just gonna apply some mascara. I have this one. I have a couple mascaras that I'm trying to use up right now because I have some new ones that I wanna test out. So this is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Mascara, and it is the waterproof formula because I am working outside at a beach bar as a waitress right now, and Lord knows I need waterproof mascara if I want it to stay on my eyelashes and not all over my face. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a light coat of this. Any mascara will do. For lashes today, I'm gonna use the Kiss So Wispy lashes in the number 9. Again, I just recently tested these out, or like tried them for the first time in my full face of drugstore makeup from Walmart first impressions video that I did last week, I think it was. And I really did like them. So I am going to use these again today. All right, so lastly, let's talk about these lipsticks. So by the time I was able to get on the website and make an order, I think I ordered these on the day they launched, all the lip liners were sold out and a majority of the lipsticks were sold out. So these were the 3 that appealed to me that I was able to get. So here I have the shade I'm a Cancer, which is out of the box. As you can see, I've already used. And then I have the shade Get Real and the shade Empowered. So I'll just really quick go ahead and swatch these on the back of my hand just so we can compare them. So this one is I'm a Cancer. These are all nude, so truly I'm not sure if they're going to look completely different on camera, but all right. And then here we have the shade Get Real. Definitely lighter. I'm sure you can see the difference there. And then lastly, I have the shade Empowered, which I actually think is going to be even lighter. Yeah, this looks lighter and it looks like it's like more of a neutral nudie nude. These swatches are terrible, guys. I'm not a professional swatcher, but at least you can see here. So actually a pretty decent range. So I stand corrected again. So again, this is I'm a Cancer, Get Real is the middle one here, and then Empowered. All right, so like I said, I don't have any of the Jaclyn Hill lipsticks, but I did pick up some more KKW lip liners during Ulta 21 Days of Beauty because they were only $6. So this is the shade Nude 1, and I wanna go ahead and test this out. So I'm gonna use this first and then choose which nude I wanna use accordingly to this one. Okay, yeah, I love this. I have Nude 1.5, which is like everybody's favorite. It's always sold out, and I love that one too. But this one is great. It's just a little bit lighter, but it's still beautiful and neutral. Almost like it's like slightly leaning on the cooler side, but I feel like that goes really well with this look, so I'm not upset about that. But I really love this color. I can see myself getting a lot of use out of this, so I'm glad I picked that up. So based on this look and based on my swatches here, I think I'm a Cancer is going to be a little too dark, and I think this one's going to be a little too peach. So let's try a little bit of Empowered just in the center of the lips and see how we like it. It's definitely light, so I don't want to do too much. So I'm just going to use my finger and kind of tap it. Okay, yeah, that's really pretty. It is a little bit light, especially because I did do like a fresh self tan, so I am a little bit on the tanner side right now. So I'm just gonna take my lip liner and go around the outer edges and just kind of try to keep that ombre gradient effect from the center of the lips to the lip line. Okay, pretty, guys. I really like it. I really do. This is like, I don't know, this is kind of like my standard makeup look, a nice like top lid only, wispy lashes, sharp line, brows, nude lip, like, but guess what? This is the style that I like. So yeah, I really like the way this look turned out. All right, before I let you guys go here, let's talk about some final thoughts. So overall, I'd say great video, great experience. First up, the palette. I mean, I wasn't expecting not to love it, but I really do love it. Obviously, there are way more shades in here than I was able to use today. If you would like to see more videos, more looks with this palette, please let me know. It is extremely versatile. I mean, the colors are just so vibrant and so gorgeous. I could spend hours and do tons of looks playing in this palette. So let me know. I mean, regardless, I'll definitely use a ton off of camera as well. And then these highlighters right here, as I've already talked about at this point, I was pleasantly surprised in this video about it. Being that I was so excited for them, I was a little bit disappointed when I first tried them out and I like didn't love them. So all of that is to say that today I had a great experience with them. I think they look lovely on my cheeks, so I'm happy with those. Definitely will be using those more, but I do think that I'm gonna like them. And then last but not least, these liquid lips. So I mean, long story short, I really like them. I wore one to dinner the other night. Sean and I went to dinner with another couple that we're friends with, and it was the first time wearing one. I wore it all through dinner. It lasted. It didn't get all over my face. I think I wore the I'm a Cancer. Yeah, I wore this one, I'm a Cancer, and it was comfortable. It didn't flake off. And like I said, it lasted all through me eating dinner. So I know that when Jaclyn first released lipsticks, there was a lot of hype around it, and then followed by a lot of scandal. And I definitely was somebody that was a huge Jaclyn Hill fan that kind of was disappointed by that entire lipstick situation. So obviously her re-releasing another line of lipstick, not re-releasing, but releasing a new line of lipsticks with lip liners, obviously is a huge deal for her. It's a huge deal for her brand. And truly, as I said in the beginning, I am here for the Jaclyn Hill comeback. I was as disappointed as any of us with like that whole lipstick situation over a year ago, but I am so excited for her. I am so excited for the comeback of her brand and just her in general. I am excited to see her posting more content and all of that stuff. I really am a Jaclyn Hill fan. I do love her. So I am excited to see all of these good things happening for her and her brand. And now that I live in Tampa, I also am like, oh my God, I hope I see Jaclyn Hill out somewhere. But anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed these products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Before you leave, if you have not already subscribed to my channel and you've made it this far in the video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And you can also hit the notification bell so that you never miss a future upload from me, myself, and I. You can also follow me on Instagram. I am at DevDevGregs over there as well. And with that, I will catch you in my next one. Mwah. I love you so much. Bye.